close this. Actually, there is a library here. We have to go there. Then we can get another minion. And a rather useful minion at that. Not for what it can do, combat-wise, but for the fact it can heal. It boosts your regen every time you strike an enemy with it out. Probably should do the Trial of Ascendancy here first. Then worry about going to the library, which I do believe I found. Yeah, there it is. I'm a certain level, I'm burning out from being overly thorough in my explorations. So that is a little annoying. I have to head back to here. Let's poke our head. No, there's nothing over here. I'm not sure if I'll be using the animated guardian because it can be really tanky, but it costs a year. And I don't want to lose gear to it, you know? I lost too much in my normal stuff. And minions here are markedly less durable than they normally are for me. Like, normally my zombies are like gods of war, but here, not so much. Guess it must be further this way. Or maybe this way. Alright, so, just keep looking. Okay, here is the actual scepter entrance. We'll be going here soon enough. So we'll have to redo out the map again when I want to, because I'll be dealing with the library first. Reason being is that if you go to the library, I can get access to all the gems out that I've unlocked thus far. Even if I wouldn't be able to access it from another vendor based on my class. Like the Holy Relic.
Think I prefer killing over negotiating. Good.
Okay.
I get bored easy, Exile. And when I get bored, I get the craving.
Sure, switch him around. Doesn't matter too much to
I
me.
knew we could see eye to eye. Here, I've even got an eye in my pocket you can have. No? Alright. I'll keep it then.
Sounds so, like, ominous and evil. Just say, fine, I'll keep the eye. Yes. Wait, how is that enemy? There you are. What's this? Ah, the plum. Remember first time I got here, there was like cultists for me to kill or something. Conqueror worm. Yeah, cultists and the Conqueror worm, which is actually a reference to an Edgar Allan Poe poem. Chit is this plum, as succulent as blood, as sweet as power. We'll bring that to Fairgraves eventually. I'm not sure what I actually get as a reward from him. I want to say it's a skill point, but that's because I want skill points. Finally, we are here at the trial. Love to put on the suit of
A
full.
leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen. To ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost.
Sorry, got a little carried away there. All attributes rank 1. Let's listen to this again.
A leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen. To ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost.
You know, that would hold more true for us if, we couldn't just bomb rush the puzzle. Fear Lord. Stone Twine the Titanic. I wonder if some of these names are like randomized, like you could run into a different Fear Lord, or if these are set based on, species of beastie. Then again, maybe it's a mix. Maybe Stone Lord is, or Stone Twine is, but Fear Lord isn't. I was hoping the merchant in here. I was hoping to see a continuation of the story in Fulvoriate, or like some update on him, but nothing. Maybe it's for the best. Like we can just assume he's fine, and yeah, he hasn't gotten screwed over.
There is no deeper cruelty than caging a wild animal.
Yes!
Whoa.
Finally!
It's been a while since they managed to kill me. You're putting up more of a fight now than you did previously. Well done. Caging you was for the best.
The cage beckons.
Let's say we have to kill this guy. Which would be for the best, because...
Thanks for the excitement, Exile.
Ah, bastard. He hasn't rank, he hasn't anything right now.
I don't care for material things, but perhaps you do.
Full?
I'm glad we could come to an understanding.
17 strength intelligence, 17 Extra intelligence, 20 life, 4 life gained for each enemy hit by your attacks.
Blessings.
Okay, unveil. Unveil. Okay, these are new. 26 maximum mana, 3% reduced mana mana cost of skills. 32 to maximum mana, 4% damage gained as mana over 4 seconds when hit. 26 to maximum mana, 1 mana gained regen per second. We'll choose this one. Alright. Summoning a few mooks to help. By a limited term of help. There's also this for me to do. And that. And the level here is still just level 30. Much like the place outside. The Purity Chronicles. Book 4, Fall of a Jade Axe. In a man-to-man fight on open ground, the Gemling Legion would have slaughtered Calum's cavalry warriors like so many pigs in a pen, but Calum had no intention of engaging Palanai in a fair fight. By absorbing some heavy losses and feigning a chaotic retreat, Calum drew Marseilles into ordering his Gemlings to abandon their tower shields so they might pursue and rout the fleeing Karui. It was not out of recklessness that Palanai plucked such a decision, but from the experience-born confidence that Karui did not have archers. Traditional Karui warriors are forbidden from using projectile weapons of any kind. What Palanai understandably overlooked was that this sacred prohibition did not extend to women. At her uncle's behest, so-and-so... damn it. It goes too fast, and then having a coughing fit in the middle did not help. I wondered, is this a fair and accurate account? It's all we have, so I'm gonna have to presume it is. Traditionally, Karui warriors are forbidden from using any kind of projectile weapon. What Palanai understandably overlooked was that it did not extend to women. At Uncle's behest, here, travelled to Tibris and studied archery with Vol's finest military tutors. When the legionnaires shed protection in favour of mobility, her and her bowwomen broke cover and rained death upon the Gemlings from the cliffs above. Valiant Marseilles Palanai gathered the surviving legionnaires for a final stand within the walls of Palanai's watch. Calum honoured his bravery by wearing Marseilles' bejeweled head from his belt upon his belt from that day on. Having secured a safe harbour for landing reinforcements, Calum continued his conquest of the coast, slaughtering the eternal citizens and clearing the way for the first ever settlement of Karui upon the Requestian mainland. Garvaldi, Chronicler of the Empire. Deadly Restricted Gallery. Really want to come up with some, good, literary one-liner, but I can't think of one. And I actually thought of another one that I was happy with, but I'd forgotten it, sadly. Oh, right, it's level 31. Okay, that was weird lagging. Really threw me off. I remember, it's not the votes that kill. It's me. It's not the voltage that kills, it's me. Remember that one. Okay, passives. Bravery, 8% life, 24% armor. This I don't know too much about. Like I'm not built that way, so any bit I get is just kind of accidental and whatnot. So I don't really take it too much in mind. Okay, what's here? So-and-so, maker of Ray. Superior discipline. It grants additional energy shield and increased energy shield recharge rate to you and your allies. 35%. Could I use that? Justifiably. Would make my minions tankier. I remember seeing that on a few rares and thinking, oh, I love that as a thing. I finally found it was a thing, and it is lovely. Still, I need to get a reduction to the reservations. Grab that. It's not bad. I'll take it, but I'm not going to use it. Ooh. I never read the flavor for here. I should. That's one of my reasons for coming in here. Because I haven't read them all. Thought I saw something. Ew. Vol letter? What did I say? What did I do? I flattered, I promised, I bare my skin and soul to my beloved Aritzi. I did everything but offer to die for her. Is that where I went wrong? Regrettably, these Vol letters, beyond not being voice acted, there's very few of them, it seems. Or at least you get a lot of repeats. So, expect for me to say the same things multiple times. I may or may not recognize that I'm repeating myself, but I will be. Wonder where the map had gone. Forgot how to turn it off. We'll have to stop soon, just to go get some food. Haven't actually had any yet. Just kind of got out of bed and just kind of flopped into the chair. Probably why my brain wasn't fully kicking into gear. There's those two. The Ancients. Book 2, Zephi the Murderer. It is said the Volscian noble, Zephyr, lived for 168 years. That is more than 3 times the current imperial average. Were this the only unusual attribute of an otherwise uneventful life, Zephyr might have been cast into the back corner of history to gather dust with the other inexplicable anomalies, but his life was anything but uneventful. Zephyr was the Vol civilization's most infamous serial killer. Over a period of 128 years, Zephyr abducted, tortured, and murdered 13 victims. Only 13? In their 12th year of life, all of noble descent, all gemwings, but this feat alone did not catapult Zephyr into Daniel's history, or it was the quality of his heinous acts that set him apart rather than quantity. Evidently, Zephyr was a master of inflicting the most prolonged and agonizing demise. His victims' bodies were found in a state of horrific mutilation. A post-mortem analysis revealed that all of the physical trauma inflicted had occurred while the victim was still alive. Some sources claim that the techniques of torture were so refined that it was able to inflict the most intense and lasting pain the human body is capable of sustaining. Then we come to the curious matter of his death, which... so, bringing us back to where we started. He was damn it. That coughing fit threw me off. I was able to keep up, but not quite. Let me take a quick drink while I'm trying to catch back up. I wish these you could scroll through yourself. You can read these along yourself if you want. I suppose I could just leave you read it instead of reading it myself, but I feel I should read it. I hate when people don't read the stuff in Let's Plays. I don't love to read it slower, but I don't really have that excuse, given that if I read it too slow, I have to wait 10 minutes to catch back up. I exaggerate, but still. Don't know why these weren't ever read. Then we come to the curious matter of Zephi's death, which, as so often occurs with historical investigation, brings us back to where we started. Zephi was finally found at the side of his 13th and final victim, who was unmolested and unmutilated, simply dead. When the Cenarian's body was committed to autopsy, the Centurions, the recorded results are mystified to the extreme. It is claimed that Zephi did not possess the body of a 168-year-old, rather that his corpse had the physiognomy of a man of 20 years no more. Life and death have walked hand in hand since the beginning of time. Could Zephi have persuaded them to kiss? Trillion and Electus Prime. Unmolested doesn't necessarily mean that he was feeling, like it had a sexual thing towards his prey. Something surviving unmolested could just mean, undamaged or battered or attacked, words have a variety of meanings. So whether or not he also sexually assaulted his victims in the middle of torturing them is up in the air.
Please, do not be alarmed. I am neither monster nor murderer, though that is the duality of existence that defines San these days. My name is Yosafuanga, and I have the bleak honor of being the sole scholar to the Imperious Intellection, this grand repository of knowledge you see about you. May reason preserve us. In more mundane circumstances, it would be preposterous to ask this of you, an utter stranger, but given that I don't know in which century I might see another pair of flesh and bone hands, there's a door, you see, concealed behind the shelves. It leads into the archives. That's where Isius Perandus concealed his golden pages. Can you see how maddening that would be for me? No, of course you can't. Ridiculous of me to... Suffice to say that they are beyond my reach. 4 Valish texts they are, of priceless historical insight. Please, find my friend's golden pages and bring them to me. You will be rewarded. I vow it before the ancestors. It is the Karui way to observe nature in nature. The fish without the sea is no longer a fish. It is dinner. The Eternals did not see it that way. An Eternal catches the fish, guts the fish, preserves the fish, and places it in a box. Only then does the Eternal feel he truly understands the fish.
I think the Eternal way works better for scientific pursuits. Just like, it is a fish, and staring at it or eating it doesn't really lead to, this is good in this way, this can be useful in this way. It doesn't lead to great scientific developments if you just stare at a thing or eat it or use it in limited ways. If you actually study a thing, you actually learn something.
It was a Karui Motiata that discarded my failing body of flesh in favor of canvas and oil. An ancient song and a momentary lapse in judgment that I've had more than enough time to regret.
I just wish I knew what the Karui word he used meant. I'm not sure if you hear it elsewhere. And he would be long since dead if he hadn't done it. For good or for ill. I doubt he was a gemling. So he wouldn't be one of the beasties we've been killing all along.
fortune favor you.
Okay, I'm gonna actually stop for a sec. Oh, brilliant, we can do that now, but I'm still not sure if I'm ready. I'll give it a shot after the Scepter of God. Back in a mo. Hello, folks, and I'm back. Now, no time at all may have passed for you, but at least an hour and 24 minutes has passed for me. At least. Probably a little bit longer, I think. So, I was here. I just need to do a quick check before I continue. 50, 80, 10, 40, 70, 0. All is well. Taking the computer a moment. Kick back into gear. So out of curiosity, this is only a level 1 version of this, right? Didn't drop with any levels to it. No. But it's got an 11% increased quality. So I presume that translates to the 11% increased area of effect. Which is a little irrelevant to me. Hopefully that's it. Why does it keep chugging? Summoning up Task Manager. Okay, let me close Discord. Dropbox. Apparently 100% of my GPU is taken up between, well, by mostly part of Exile. Not sure if that's what's causing the chugging or what. I feel like I might need to just close the game and reopen it. Christ. Yeah, it's probably GPU. There's a scroll wisdom. I'll grab that, but then I'm gonna have to leg it. Exit the game. Actually, I can just exit the game from here. Yeah, exit it fully. Oh, there was that strong box I forgot all about, but I'll sacrifice it for the good of the order. What order I'm talking about, I haven't a clue. But I'll sacrifice it nonetheless. Wonder, can you see this? Me warping the screen just fine. Just like this. There we go. Steam. Let's get this back open. Oh, the Dragon Hunter sword also has a long-handed variety. A longsword variety. Long-handed. It's two-handed. So there's a one-handed dragon thing sword and a two-handed version. Was watching a bit of a while I was stopped there. I was having a breakfast / lunch, and I was ended up watching a show. I was stuck for things to watch, so I ended up putting on Journey Quest. It's some like cartoon that was on Netflix, and okay, for some reason the music is defaulted to the speakers and not my headset. So yeah, you're not hearing that. This just does not want to cooperate right now, does it? Okay, I think I'm going to call it quits here. I'll continue my point in a second.